it is absolutely essential that the United States stand shoulder to shoulder with our ally Israel against these barbaric actions of these terrorists. This was not a military intervention by Hamas. This was a gross terrorist action that had brutally killed now over 1,000 Israelis, 14 dual citizen Americans, many being held hostage in addition. The indications of babies being butchered, women being raped, senior citizens, Holocaust survivors being taken captive. This Hamas group, which has not represented the Palestinian people in Gaza and is horrific beyond words. It is absolutely essential that we stand with Israel and that nations of goodwill around the world stand with Israel in this moment of need. I know the President has said that he would expect and will be calling for additional defense funding for Israel. I will, of course, be supportive of that, as I will be supportive of standing up against other blatant aggressors, Vladimir Putin, in terms of his illegal, illicit invasion of Ukraine, where there's also been war crimes committed. The time for America, for democracies, for people who reject this kind of barbarity is now. We need to be amongst the ones who are counted to stand with our allies and fellow human beings against this kind of barbaric activity. On a Virginia note, my office has been contacted already by around 5 to 10 Virginians who are currently in Israel. We've helped some leave country through Amman, Jordan. We would encourage all Virginians who are in Israel, whether they be dual citizens, whether they be, there's a group of Christian tourists, there have been a group of Americans visiting Israel on a regular basis, to contact the American diplomatic representatives, and obviously my office stands ready to assist in any way possible. This is a horrific time, and I am focused not only on making sure Israel gets the ability to take out these terrorists in Gaza, and I know questions will be asked about whether there's an intelligence failure by the Israelis or by the Americans. There'll be time enough to look into those questions. But what I want, the Israeli intelligence and the American intelligence to both help the Israelis go after these terrorists, but also to do all they can with our Israeli partners to make sure that this conflict coming out of Gaza doesn't extend to the West Bank or doesn't extend to Hezbollah taking further actions in the north of Israel. We have to stand up against this kind of barbaric activity, be it in Israel, which is just heinous beyond words, and we stand with the people of Israel and all its friends and supporters in the United States. But remember, it was literally in the last 3 or 4 days that Russia brutally sent a missile into a Ukrainian funeral and killed not only the folks at the funeral, but literally killed half of the members of the town. That was purely a civilian target. We and our allies will be counted. Are we going to stand up against this kind of aggression, this kind of barbaric activity? Are we going to stand up only in one area of the world and not in others? I think this is a time when our commitment to our principles is being tested, and I will be supportive of making sure that our friends and allies get the tools they need to be successful.